Good morning. This is Mr. Burns, CPDLF science instructor, bringing you the 10th launch for biology. It is Monday, November 6th, and I hope you're keeping up in the course, getting lots and lots of work in, and that's a good thing. Just to think about what we did last week, we went over cell structures and functions, a project, plant and animal and algae cells, the plasma membrane. We did a project in a virtual lab that was on osmosis, and we did an experiment in osmosis. For the cell structures and functions lesson, you looked at quite a few different cell parts. They were called parts a lot in the lesson. Such things as the nucleus, the cytoplasm, the plasma membrane, the lysosomes, ribosomes, Golgi apparatus, lots and lots of different parts there. If you need any help sorting those out or anything, please let me know. They're just, there's some strange terms, but you'll get used to them. For the plant, animal, and algae cells, that is one that you need to look at the different cells. You need to see what is alike about them. There's a question in there about why algae cells would be included with human and animal cells. Well, do they have any parts that are like animal and plant cells? Okay, if they do, think about that as a possible reason why they are included along with them. The plasma membrane, that's another one you did last week. Think about the flow, think about what the plasma membrane does. We couldn't live without it. I mean, it's very important. It regulates the flow of material into and out of the cells. Without that, the cells could either explode or they'd shrivel up. So a very, very important thing. So just pay attention to that when you see that. It will regulate, well, you'll run into the words hypertonic, hypotonic, and isotonic. If you don't know what they are, let me give you a hint on this, and this is the way that I remember it. Hyper sort of means upper. Hypo means lower, okay? Think about that in relation to whether the concentration of water is greater outside of the cell or whether it's greater inside of the cell. One of those will be hypertonic, and the other one will be hypotonic, okay, related to water, where the water is. Osmosis, well, that's the movement through a semi-permeable membrane, okay, or through the plasma membrane. Again, in a hypertonic solution, you've got greater water on the outside, so the water is going to want to move into the cell. It always goes to an area where there's less of its thing. If there's less water on the inside, the water is going to want to go into the cell. If there's less water on the outside, it's going to want to go out of the cell, from the cell to the outside. It wants to be balanced all the time. That's the key. And you did an experiment in osmosis. If anybody has any questions or needs on that, be sure to let me know. I will get right back with you. For this week, you're going to do, you could take a quiz 2, cell structures, that's number 310, cell regulation, number 311. You'll do a project called homeostasis, 312, and quiz 3 is homeostasis, 313, and you'll take the unit 3 test. I know some of you have worked past that, and that's fine. Just keep on going. Just get, to do a good job on everything, but be sure to get all the lessons in. Okay, and my reflection question for this week is, what is the difference between hypertonic and hypotonic? Now, I just went over that. You might find a clearer definition of those two right in your lesson, but tell me what the difference between hypertonic and hypotonic is. Okay, have a great day. If you need anything, let me know. I'm always willing to help, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you as the week goes on. So have a good week. Bye now.